everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Izzy, and today I'm doing a kind of like a part 2 to the previous Rover video that I made before this, talking all about how Rover works and giving you different tips and advice on how to use it. So if you haven't seen that video, I suggest watching it first, so I will have it linked below. So in this video, I'm going to get a little more in-depth with the Rover on-demand dog walking service because that is what I did. I never really did the way with making appointments and going to a person's house at like a certain time. I did mainly all on-demand, so that's what this video will mainly be about. So the first thing I wanted to address was what the in-person test is like, and you sign up with that through the app, and you can actually go to their website and they provide tons of training on what to do and ask a bunch of questions, and then you sign up for their in-person test. And what that is you go to the nearest location to you. Luckily, I was in Chicago and I lived in downtown Chicago, and that's where their location was. And if you don't live in a big city or anything like that, it might be hard to find the location to go to, or it might be far away and not worth it to go to. But if you do live in a big city, they probably have an office near you that you can go to. They'll tell you where it is, they'll tell you what time to go there, and it takes about 5 minutes max. It's really short. And when I was there was actually like other people signed up to go too. So before me, there was a girl that went, and after me, there was a guy sitting out in the front waiting to go. So you're not alone there. And I was like, am I in the right place? And they're like, oh yeah, I'm signed up for Rover too. And so you're really not alone there. And as the other girl who went before me walked out, I was like, how is it? And she's like, it's easy. And it is super easy. All you gotta do is put on 5 different harnesses or collars onto a fake dog, and the lady there was super friendly and nice, and she's like, take your time, if you have any questions, just ask me. There was a fake dog, his name was Carl, I'm pretty sure, and there was 5 different collars and stuff on the counter, and all you do is put one on, take it off, put the next one on, take it off, and you just do that, and it's super easy. And then you get an email or a notification through the app letting you know if you passed or not. And I think I got mine like later that afternoon or within a couple days or so. Either way, it was pretty quick, so I was able to start on-demand dog walking like within a couple days of taking the test. So next I'm going to list a couple of things that you don't need to bring on your walk once you are an on-demand dog walker. I had a few of these questions on my previous video, so I'd like to fully address it now. You do not need to bring any collars, harnesses, or leashes. That will all be provided by the owner. They may also provide treats for the dog. If they do not provide treats, I wouldn't recommend bringing any of your own because you don't know if the dog likes them or not, or if they have any allergies or medical issues where they can or can't have treats. If you do want to bring treats, I suggest asking and showing the owner what they are ahead of time. But honestly, you don't need them, and if the owner really wants you to use treats, they will let you know and give you some to use. And then for things you should bring, extra doggy bags. I had a few owners who did not provide doggy bags at all, and then I had some that had like 1 or 2, and then I would run out. So I always kept an extra like 2 or 3 in my purse at all times because you never know when you're going to run out or if the owner doesn't provide it, and you don't know if they're going to provide them or not until you get there. So I always recommend keeping extras with you, and sometimes you're walking more than one dog at a time, and you just go through the doggy bags really quickly, so it's good to have extra. Another thing you may want to bring is an umbrella. I've had it rain on me a couple of times just out of nowhere when it wasn't supposed to rain, and it was nice to have the umbrella. Luckily, most of the walks are short. Most of them are about a half hour long, so me and the dog would just kind of like stay underneath the awnings of the different buildings and walk around there as much as we could, so we didn't have to go out in the rain because the dog didn't want to go out in the rain either. So it's nice to carry an umbrella for those unexpected times when it rains. Also beforehand, you get all of the information you need. Before you book a walk, it will let you know where that walk is, what the dog's name is, how old the dog is, what kind of dog it is, a little description about it. So if you don't want to walk a giant dog that is hard to walk and likes to pull, you don't have to because the owner will most likely let you know in the description about the dog. So if you don't want to walk the dog, you don't have to, or if it's too far away and you don't want to go that far, you will know ahead of time where it is. You can click on the map, it'll transfer you to Google Maps so you can get like the bus schedule or the train schedule up to get to the house, and you can see how long it's going to take you to get there. So you can figure out all these things beforehand before you even click book walk. And I used that a ton to see how far away the place was and what the best bus route was to get there, so you don't have to worry about finding out once you book the walk that it's like an hour away and you don't want to do it anymore. Another thing you should know about Rover is that you do not get paid if somebody cancels their walk. I have had this happen just a few times. It actually happened twice on one day to me too. So it was after school and I booked the walk, and so I ran home really quick, dropped off all my backpack and stuff, and then I headed out to the apartment that I was going to dog walk for. And so I was about 3 minutes away. I had just gotten off the train and the person canceled on me. And I was really disappointed because I had spent all that time getting out there. And so I was like, okay, while I'm out in this suburb, I'm going to book a different walk and see if there's anything nearby. And luckily there was. It was probably about a 10-minute bus ride from where I was. So I hopped back on the bus and went to this other apartment. And so I get there, I try to check in at the front desk, and it turns out they didn't have a key for me to get in. Normally you would go to like the lobby of the apartment of where the person lives, get the key, or they will let you in themselves. But somebody didn't return the key, and so I could not get in. The dog did not get walked, I did not get paid, and it was just a mess. So I lost about 3 hours of time going back and forth between all these places, trying to get into apartments and having people cancel on me. And the reason I bring this up is apparently through WAG you still get paid when somebody cancels on you because there is a cancellation fee that they have to pay. So it's not all for nothing. And through Rover, if they cancel on you, you're screwed. That's it. You can't really do anything about it. So I just wanted to bring that up and let you know. But through all the bad times that I had with Rover, I do not regret doing it at all. I loved doing it, and I said this in the previous video too, but I wanted to give the few reasons why I really loved it and think it was really worth it for me. First of all, you get to explore so many new neighborhoods. At least for me in Chicago, it was so cool getting to go out into like the north side and the west side. I didn't really go to the south side a whole ton, but it was so cool to see these places that I normally wouldn't go to by myself or walk around in, and see all these cool different places. You also get to meet dogs. What's better than that? You get to see all these happy dogs, they're excited to see you, you get to see them, and you get to walk them. And so it really helped with my anxiety as well. I was having a ton of anxiety and depression and loneliness at the time, so getting to see all these dogs really helped me. You also get exercise. You're walking around for either a half hour or an hour and then the trip out there and back. So it was really good exercise for me and helped me to get out of my apartment more. And then making money as well. You're making pretty good money for doing a half-hour walk. You get paid $12, and doing an hour-long walk you get paid $18. And for each extra dog you walk, you get paid $3 more. So if you're walking 2 dogs for a half hour, you get paid $15. And if you're walking 2 dogs for an hour, you get paid $21. And I think it kind of made up for the time that it took me to get out there. For example, if I was doing an hour-long walk, say you normally get paid like $10 an hour somewhere else, it took me sometimes, a half hour to get there and a half hour to get back, so it made up for the time that I spent traveling to get there. And so that's everything that I wanted to cover in this video. Like I said, it was kind of a follow-up, and I have a lot more information about Rover in the first video that I made. And if you have any questions or anything about Rover, I would be super happy to help you and try to answer them for you to the best of my ability. So let me know in the comment section and I'll get right back to you on that. And if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to my channel because I have lots of other college-related videos and life advice and different things like that here that I think you might enjoy. So thank you for watching.